NATO has been better funded than ever under Donald Trump. He got every country to pay more.
I recognize that, but when he fostered a rhetoric, I feel like, with the American people,
Like
and
what?
where,
Like, give me examples.
or he fostered an attitude of isolationism, and I think that's really concerning, especially when I feel like one of the biggest concerns right now with Republicans is China, right? China taking over, becoming the leader of the new world, something like that. It's really confusing to me because it feels like at the same time we also are pushing for like isolationist policies, which will inevitably result in China becoming the leader of the free world. And so it's like I'm really confused. Like, do we want to remain world leaders and foster these ties with our allies,
Isolationism
or
is not a term he's ever used. He believes in America first, not America only. And he's been the one that called out China's rise to power, the Chinese Communist Party's annexing or potential annexing of Tibet and trying to do what they're doing with the Uyghur population, also potentially taking Taiwan. Donald Trump put tariffs. He's tried to hold them accountable.
So
what Donald Trump tries to prevent is quagmires that do not benefit the American people. Donald Trump has been a critic of the Iraq War, critic of the Afghanistan War. Do you know what you did not hear once at the Democrat convention? Not a single Democrat say the Iraq War or the Afghanistan War was a mistake, because now the Democrat Party's become the party of war. You heard that at the Republican Party. The Republican Party, they said the Iraq War was a mistake, Afghanistan War was a mistake.
Okay, but
and they were mistakes.
Okay, so you're trying really hard to go back to war. I feel like we've talked about war a lot.
I said quagmires, right?
Okay,
So
sure.
but China is the enemy.
Okay, yeah, I recognize that. But this is the issue, is that we can't, like, at the same time convince American voters that we should withdraw or essentially just neglect our relationships with other allies. And then at the same time,
he never did.
He has. I feel like.
Give me an example other than rhetoric, how we did not fulfill our obligations to allies or we turned our back on an ally. Give me one example of that happened under Donald Trump.
So I feel like rhetoric is a fair evaluation of this.
But not if all of a sudden you're paying more money and your enemies are on their heels.
So when you have a rhetoric that
But give me an example of the rhetoric, though.
Okay, so for example, he was very adamant that we pull out of Paris, right? The Paris agreements. So
that was a good thing. That's not turning your back on your allies.
Okay, sure. NATO, right? So with NATO, it was like there was this. Wow, I'm sorry. Okay, with NATO, I feel like there was.
Sorry, man.
Nah, it's all good.
Thanks. Okay. All right. Hello.
Hi again.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I know we have only 2 minutes left. I really want to talk about American workers.
Sure.
So I want to hear from your point of view. How do you think that Trump has helped in that?